the hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, the riwayat of Hazrat Abu Hurairah radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, which comes in Bukhari Sharif. Hazrat Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, "Man lam yada' qawla az-zuri wal 'amala bihi, falaysa lillahi hajatun fi an yada'a ta'amahu wa sharabahu." So now a person, while he is fasting, he doesn't want to abandon the false speech. He doesn't want to abandon the false actions. فَلَيْسَ لِلَّهِ حَاجَةٌ فِي أَن يَدَعَ طَعَامَهُ وَشَرَابَهُ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not in need of his fasting when he abandons his food, when he abandons his drink. But together with that, he is involved in backbiting, he is involved in swearing, he is involved in slandering, he is involved in carrying tales, he is involved in deception. So now you're not in need of that person's fasting. It means, Imam Ghazali rahmatullahi alayhi, he explains that tomorrow when he is going to be standing in the court of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that type of a fasting, of course apparently he kept his intention. Apparently when you look at him, he didn't consume anything from the starting from the Subh Sadiq until the sunset. You can look at him, he didn't drink anything. So apparently he is following all the ahkam of Sharia. He is following all the rules which are supposed to be followed. But if he was involved in false speech or false action, that type of a fasting will not benefit him in the day of Qiyamah, in the day of judgment. So now, وَيُؤَكَّدُ عَلَىٰ أَنَّ حَقِيقَةَ الصِّيَامِ لَا يُقْتَصِرُ عَلَى الْإِمْتِنَاءِ عَنِ الطَّعَامِ وَالشَّرَابِ. So we should come out of the perception and the idea our fasting will suffice as long as we stay away and we keep ourselves away from food and drink. No, it doesn't. It doesn't fulfill the hukuk of fasting. بل يجب أن يمتنع الصائم عن المحرمات كالكذب والزور. فالحديث يحذر من نفاق الصيام أو نقصه. So the real fasting is together with that, abandoning your food, abandoning your drink. Together with that, you have to stay away from false speech. You shouldn't lie. You shouldn't speak ghibat. You shouldn't carry tales. You shouldn't deceive. So now you should stay away from all these things in order for your fasting to be accepted in the court of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because if a person is fasting and together with that he is involved in these things, then you need to know this is the hypocrisy of fasting. He is fasting, but this is the deficiency of fasting, the nifaq of siyam, the hypocrisy of fasting. Because the reason of fasting is not only for a person to just starve, then physically he can get fat after 30 days or after 25 days. No, it is tahdhibun nafs, in order for a person to discipline himself. Because ghibat is something which is mentioned in the hadith, ashaddu min az-zina, it is worse than adultery. Ghibat, speaking behind somebody, carrying tales, it is something mentioned in the hadith, it is worse than committing adultery, worse than fornication. So now it is something which a mu'min, a Muslim should stay away from it throughout his life, whether it is Ramadan or outside Ramadan. But now Ramadan is here, we need to, it is something which is very hard to restrict our tongue, control our ears, control our hearing. But now, when it comes to Ramadan, we need to put restrictions. Why? Because this is the exercising session. This is the training session. We make that hurma, it is haram, I'm going to completely stay away from this. So we exercise, we train this, we try to discipline, we try to install this quality in us in the month of Ramadan, so we can continue with this for the rest of their life. But if a person has to involve himself in any of this false speech or false action, even in the month of Ramadan, that Quran and that Taraweeh and that Salah, wallahi got no benefit in it. Wallahi, that Salah and your Taraweeh, your Qira'atul Quran, your Sawm, your starvation, your thirst got no benefit in the court of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us amongst those people who really fast for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, not only stay away from food and drink, we stay away from ghiba, we stay away from namima, we stay away from swearing, slandering, we stay away from carrying tales, we stay away from backbiting. Jazakumullah khair.